We're going to give you a quick rundown of the SignMore client portal. They do have a mobile app version available as well. For those of you that don't know, SignMore offers 24/7 live answering solutions. They are able to help schedule your appointments, qualify leads, and handle those phone calls and chats that you or a team member can't get to. So jumping right into their dashboard, we have the inbox here. Every call that is handled by a SignMore team member, the details will be available here. They will work with you in an onboarding session to build out this customized script based on your business needs and what information you want collected on that phone call, starting with determining the reason for the call. In this script, SignMore was asking some qualifying questions and they were gathering a preferred callback time from the caller. Now, this could go multiple directions depending on how that script is built out. An appointment could be scheduled for a callback. This could be hot transferred over to a team member once the lead was qualified. Regardless, at the end of the call, they're able to send you over an email. It can be a text message. They can integrate if you do have a CRM that you are currently working with. And then, of course, all the details will be available at all times in the dashboard here. There can be call recording enabled as well to make sure that call is meeting your expectations. And then also, if you need to make any changes or tweaks to the script to better improve that caller experience. In here, you are able to add notes. This can be helpful for team members that have access to this portal and app to be used almost as a complimentary CRM to manage who is going to be following up with this lead, for example. It can also be shared out, whether it is through the app, through the chat option, or through email. You can always give feedback to the SignMore client services team, letting them know how that call went. This can be really important to have a short line of communication if we do need to update that script immediately. And there's a few more options here as well. Moving into the chat, we can use this to be connecting with different team members, again, that have access. Two more features that I want to touch on. SignMore has a really great platform called Teleport. This can be used to send video messages. It can also be used to send video messages, so potentially over to new prospects or current clients that you're working with already. The phone call option, so whether you do have this downloaded on your phone and you want to make outbound calls from the app, this is an option as well to show a different phone number than your personal cell phone number potentially if you do have maybe different admins that are working for you. And then you can route that inbound call back to the SignMore team, which is available 24/7 to answer those phone calls. So moving in quickly to the settings here, you're able to add as many team members as you need into the directory here, and they can have full access to see everything, or we can do limited where they won't see the billing information. Contacts before the onboarding session, some people might want to go in and add clients that they're already working with. So when they reach one of the SignMore agents, they're not having to give their name, their phone number, and information again. It will already pop up for one of the agents. And then as people are calling in on the account, they do become verified, meaning once they've called a few times, the SignMore agents are going to recognize them and not have to take down that information again. Business lines icon here. If you do have, let's say, the one script, or you do have multiple, perhaps for the investment side, the property management, and more of just the general real estate buying and selling side, you can have different scripts set up, and you can actually review the script and make any small changes to the wording through here. Of course, anything larger that impacts the script, you would reach out to the SignMore client services team. They do have 24/7 coverage as well, and you would make those changes with them. Another thing to note here, there is an option called an on-call schedule. So some clients might use this if they want us to be reaching out to different agents. We're going to hot transfer over leads once they're qualified. We can use this on-call schedule to determine based on the time of day who is going to get that first phone call. So almost like a not a round robin, but in sorts to split that up a bit more could be an option. SignMore has live chat as well. So whether you want them to install that widget on your website or give you the code to install and then follow up actively with people that are chatting in, that's an option. Or another great option is to actually use the dashboard yourself and manage those chats when you're able to. Both options are included. Of course, if the SignMore team was answering, that would use some of your minutes. SignMore also offers an IVR, so an auto attendant of sorts. If you do want to split up the different call options before they reach the SignMore team or even to your office, so press 1 if you're a new client, press 2 if you're a current client. They do offer that on top of the plans as well. Quickly going into billing. So you are able to see at any time how many minutes you've been using on average, how long those phone calls are taking, and that really of course will be based on how long that scripting is, what the sign more agent is gathering, what if they're booking an appointment or transferring a call over. And you can see of course all the invoices, view these, send them over to your billing team, all the transactions that go through, and then the pricing is very flexible. So based on 1 month, if it's a little bit slower and it picks up towards the summer season, you're able to downgrade and upgrade as necessary. There is also options if you're more seasonal and you're not going to have calls coming in. There's options for dormancy as well, which can be useful. Notes to receptionists here: if you are going to be running late into the office and you are expecting someone's going to be knocking on the door promptly at 9 a.m., you could add a note here that the Sign More agent can relay if that person does call in. This can be a helpful feature. It's also important to note at this time, Sign More does also do outbound calling to warm leads. So if you do have someone you're working with and you want us to help nurture that lead, that could be an option as well. Quickly touched on integrations. SignMore is able to push all the information that they take in that script into your CRM for you as well, and then they can take care of setting that up. That can be really helpful to help streamline processes. That was a really quick rundown, but thank you so much for taking the time to listen.